Hello, welcome to the Nine Lives Horror Club, where we recap and analyze horror movies to break down the real life horrors we're all too scared to talk about. I'm Cheyenne. I bring the analysis and antagonize Ben.
And I'm Ben, and I bring overly passionate hot takes. And today we are talking about Babadook.
Babadook. But first, we have some spooky rants to get out of the way. So if you want to skip to the recap, you can find the timestamps in the show notes below. And so Ben, I know you usually start us on our spooky rants, but what is on my spirit today is heavy. So I think I'll go first, and then we can have you to kind of
Because
lighten
I'm
the
gonna have a
load.
lot to say. Yeah, it's fine. Mine's not
Yes.
heavy. Mine's just okay. You go first.
And before we even get into the spooky rant, I do have to give a heads up about two things. One, I look like an egg. I can't figure it out. I look like an egg, and it's gonna bother me, so I
Cheyenne, you
have to say
truly
it
look
now.
normal. You truly look
My
normal.
head looks eggular.
Cheyenne, you truly look the exact same you do every week.
Okay, well, thanks. I think, but I feel very egg
Cheyenne,
today.
you're always an egg.
Thank you. Also, allergies are still kicking my ass. So if I sound funny, sorry. If you hear sniffling, sorry.
You do sound funny.
I'm
That
not
is
editing
true.
it out. I always do, right? Just like how I
No,
always
that
look like an
one's
egg.
different. That one's different.
You'll hear sniffles. I'll probably be coughing. This is a one-man editing show, so I will not be editing it out. Sorry. And with that, spooky rant. Okay, so we're just gonna come out the gate. The Rape Academy, the R word academy. Do you not know?
I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have no idea.
Ben, you sweet summer child. You and my husband both don't know what this is, and I envy you both so bad. And I ruined his innocence, and so I will ruin yours. The R Word Academy. So I can't remember if it was CNN or CBS, but some news network that starts with a C has done a long-term investigation into this website they found called Motherless. And I think some French guy is involved because he's the one who coined the term R Academy.
I'm scared.
And really good news story coming from me here. Really good at presenting this information to you all. Basically, it is a website where men share tips and tricks. And Ben, this past February, you know how February is famously the shortest month of the year. Every year, it's the shortest month of the year.
I wouldn't say famously, but yes.
But like famously, that's what February. The website in February alone got 62 million hits. The shortest month of the year.
How long has this been around for? Do we know?
Oh, years. So the women, the girls are obviously livid because, men are mad that we don't smile at them. And they mad that OnlyFans exists. Meanwhile,
that's disgusting. I hate that.
It's bad. It's really bad. And so, of course, because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't a man come up in here, okay, and be like, it's not all men. Or be like, it's not 62 million men, it's 62 million hits. Hey, shortest month of the year.
It's not one
For
guy.
reference,
Not one guy doing it 62 million times.
For reference, somebody researched and put out a list of the most visited websites and how many hits they get in a month. None of them came to 65. Literally like Venmo. So I'm angry. Everyone's angry. Man or bear. I think it's, as the girls are saying, it's time to just become the bear ourselves and not Jeremy Allen White.
Iowa Debris.
And there's like an interview. They did an interview with a victim. Of course, there's so many victims because what men are doing also is recording their assault.
They're sharing
and uploading it. And they live stream it.
Oh my God, that's so gross. That's so gross.
And there's one in particular that is like really, the video isn't making the rounds, the like circumstances around it are making the rounds, because it is a wife at home in her pajamas, and her husband was doing it for years by spiking her bedtime tea he makes her.
I'm makes me really sad. It makes me really sad.
And it's like, it's so crazy.
That makes me really sad.
And it's one of those situations where it's so unfathomably bad that you just kind of like accidentally smile when you're talking about it,
Because
because like, what the
I'm in
fuck?
shock. I'm like, that's
Right.
insane, but it does
It's
actually really hurt my heart.
right. It's so bad. And they're telling each other how to do it. And they're sharing what drugs to use because how fast it leaves the woman's system, and
Oh,
like how to get
that's
them.
so
And
gross.
it's really bad. And so, of course, men just can't like sit down and be like, oof, and handle it appropriate. So many of them have to come in and like correct. So it's not 62 million men. It's not all men.
It's still enough.
It's too many.
It's still enough.
It's too many. And of course, that's done that cute thing that a situation like that always does, where you just think about all of the men that you've ever like,
As
or all the men in your life, and you're like,
as a man,
I've gone
anytime
through a
like
list, and I'm like, I know you've done something, not you. Oh my
no,
God,
no,
not
no.
you.
Well, I was
But
gonna say like anytime like if you hear women like, oh my God, all men are doing these things, it's so bad, I hate men. They're not talking about you if you're not doing it. If you're getting mad, they're probably talking about you.
right,
That's how I've always been like, they're not talking about me because I'm not doing all that.
right. God. So that my spooky rant is, it's just like, we have a good amount of male listeners, a good amount. Out of the listeners we have, a lot of them are men. And a lot of our social media is interacted with by men. And I want to say that I know some of y'all just watch because you get pissed off about shit that I say, because I've seen the comments about it.
Shut up, woman. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And I just want to take a moment right now and say, if this situation is pissing you off and you're tired of seeing I hate men and it's all men and blah, 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 all that on the internet right now, think about why you're mad about it. Because you're the bitch that's going to poison your wife's tea is why you're mad about it. So
It's just so ridiculous. People like get pissed off over that whole concept because
how are you not pissed off that it happened?
like truly, I think majority of the women in my life have had a story.
Mm-hmm.
And do I think that means that every single one of like the men in my like life have done that? No, but I know there's too many.
Yeah.
And
Too damn many. Yeah. So that's what is weighing on my spirit today. And then my husband, we were having such an innocent, silly conversation, because he loves to just like take something that belongs in one spot and then just put it in a new spot randomly.
Mhm.
And I will always go back and put it back. And then I told him about it one day, like jokingly. He's like, no, I never do that. I always put things where they go. I never put it in the wrong spot. So I've waited like months for it to happen. And it happened today. So I took a picture of where the thing goes and where he put it. Sent it to him with his exact quote that he
Oh,
said to me.
evidence. That's so petty. That's so petty.
But we were having like a very silly conversation. And I was like, if you're going to challenge a statement that I made, you better come correct, because I'm going to wait and find the evidence. And he was saying that he likes that about me. And most of the time, it's like endearing to him, and he likes being, corrected when he's doing something stupid. But then he was like, but then sometimes when I make you really mad, it makes me sad and it makes me embarrassed. And the only
Aw.
thing I could think of was like, sometimes when you're, just because like, if you are a man, you can be the most informed and like with it man in the world, but you're still a man, so you're gonna have blind spots, And I was like, I think those are the only times you really pissed me off, and that's more like stern correction because we're nipping that in the bud.
Yeah.
But it's just... and then I had to explain what this was, because I was like, this is why this is on my mind.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so lighten the mood, babe.
So mine's not that heavy.
And that's why you're going
That's why I'm
second
going
today.
second. So my rant, I don't know if I mentioned this in our last episode, But this past week, I went on a overnight field trip with my students where we went like camping in the woods, stayed in
Hmm.
cabins, all that fun stuff.
How very horror podcast of
And
you.
that crossed my mind. I'm not gonna lie. There was definitely one point we were like in the middle of these like woods, and it's a really exciting trip. But also, being in charge of middle schoolers on a trip is exhausting, especially an overnight one where kids are
In the woods.
hiking, they smell bad. You have to make, and you're trying to get them to clean and not go through people's stuff and grab things. The amount of times we had about 70 something middle schoolers out here. About like 45 of them were boys.
Ew.
And just like every single night being like, okay, guys, we need to go get in the shower. Like, this cabin's going first. Bring all your stuff. Have your stuff ready. You have, because there's a lot of them. We only give them like, first night we give them 5 minutes, which was too short. Second night we give them 10, which was too long. But
You have 7.5
that's what
minutes.
it needed to be. But like, just try to get that going. Meanwhile, these kids are performing cabin raids. What is a cabin raid, you might ask, Cheyenne?
I am asking that.
A cabin raid is where someone yells, "Cabin raid to cabin two," and they all charge in and they throw people's clothes and belongings everywhere. And then they jump on the boys in the cabin.
I like how the girls aren't doing
The
this.
girls weren't doing this. The girls weren't,
Were?
they were not. I don't know what the girls,
Of course they
I don't
weren't.
know exactly what the girls' side looked like because it was like
That was
two,
none of your
it was
business.
two separate like little areas. There was like a little circle for boys, a little circle for girls, and we just like meet at the top. But I had no idea. But I don't think it was this bad because these kids were running around, jumping on each other, throwing clothes around. At one
Sounds very
point,
middle
there
school
was like
boy.
60 kids in one cabin. The cabins are room sized. They're a
How did
singular,
they even do that?
they just would ram themselves in like sardines. The second night, I was in charge of the bathrooms, so meaning I had to stand and watch the bathrooms.
Exciting.
And at one point, I later found out this was it. There was a full-on club happening in one of the cabins where the kids had their lights were flashing around like it was a rave. They're dancing, and they had a bouncer at the door to make sure there
Stop.
was an appropriate amount of kids in because it was a good cabin, actually. He was like, "Oh, too many. You
Oh,
gotta wait." Like they had a bouncer. That's how like
wait,
legit it
that's
was. And they're
precious.
yelling
That's
A
precious.
like every second. I was
A.
on charge of the bathroom duty at this point, so I couldn't do anything about it. I'm gonna be like,
Who's none of your
I'm too
business.
busy going, get out, your time's up. I thought they were yelling fight, 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 not A. And I fully was just like, I guess there's a fight club happening. Nothing to be done about it.
You can't talk about it.
I was like, okay, okay. You know what?
That's kind of
The
precious.
amount of kids who just like lights out, and then like 10 minutes later they come in and go, I got a broken nose. They broken nose, bloody nose, bloody nose. How?
It's like, how many noses were
Well, there
broken?
was a broken arm, Cheyenne. That did happen. There was a broken arm when I was the second we got them all in the second night, the second we got them all figured out, dealt with, we are all ready to go. I laid out, ready to relax. I was like, okay, the kids, we did lights out. I can hear them, but they're all alive, so that's what matters. At one point, there was a fight in one of the cabins, and one kid broke another kid's arm. This poor boy came out. He's like,
Ah,
he lied. The kid lied about what happened. He came out. He's like, I fell out of my bed. Oh my gosh. Oh.
no.
And I was like, oh, you're
Oh,
okay. You're okay. I looked up and he came in the light. His arm was dangling. I went, oh,
you said I have experience with that.
that did happen. Yes. I did summon I tried to repeat the things that I heard from the great person who helped me when I was hiking down a mountain and dislocated my shoulder. I
Uh-huh.
was trying to
Uh-huh.
channel him a little bit. He's like, because we like, you got to walk a kid up to the nurse's station. He's like, I can't do it. I can't. I said, no, you can. Look at you. You're the one's going to be doing this right now. That's inside you. You're the heart of a mountain lion or whatever. The
Oh,
whatever the stranger on the mountain who gave me help for my dislocated shoulder said, I was channeling it.
Oh,
But so I think
that's
overall I got
cute.
like 4 hours of sleep each night on this camping trip
Ooh.
where we had a hike. I did see a snake. I
Ew.
did not go close to it because fuck that.
No, this is none of your business.
None of my business.
You're in its house anyway.
I did sleep with my door open at night, so I was like, I'm so brave for this. Because if I didn't, then I could not keep an eye on the students at all if I woke up in the middle of the night. And so we slept with the door wide open.
He said, Jason, come get me.
When I was walking up, because it was
Hello?
like we brought the kid to the nurse's station, and he had to go get his stuff to he can get picked up and all that. And I had to go back and forth like 10 times, and those woods were dark. And I had another kid help me bring stuff up, mostly because I was trying to interrogate him what happened. Because
Okay.
I was like it was like
Get him
I immediately
alone.
was like, I don't believe this falling out of bed story. So I was like, hey bud, what happened? And while I'm doing it, I was holding the flashlight. I kept checking the woods. And this kid went, are you scared right now? And I'm like, no. No,
No.
I'm just being safe just in case there is something waiting for me. One of the other teachers did
Whoa.
want to Blair Witch our students and just put up a bunch
Stop.
of
Stop. That's so funny. That's so funny.
doll stuff and all that stuff outside of their
Uh-huh.
cabins in the middle of the night.
That would have been us if we were
But the
like there
kids,
together.
I was supportive of it, but the kids would not understand the reference.
No, but they might be scared anyway.
Mhm.
That's funny.
Overall, a fun trip, but
Cute.
middle schoolers being middle schoolers fighting. A lot of crushes were happening. A lot of
Obsessed with the rave. I love
the
that.
rave was so funny. The other two
That's so
teachers
cute.
joined in. I couldn't. I was stuck watching the bathroom where I told a kid,
Mhm.
"You if your time's up, get out." And he said, 5 more seconds. I went, "No, get out. You need to go. Kids are
What if?
waiting." And he went "Bleh," to me.
Okay.
Middle school's a dream.
Yeah. There's a reason I'm not there.
They're a dream. And then another thing I was want to throw on that happened. I went to a Ren fair yesterday, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring this up especially because you can see it on my face.
You literally
I
can't.
you can. I'm red.
You can't.
I'm red. I'm pink. Because I
Yeah,
did
when you
not
press on
properly
yourself.
apply sunscreen. And so now I am burnt. I'm
Oh, you
scorched.
could see
Not
that
one, the
one.
neck
You
one's
can
bad.
see that
The face one you
one.
can see, you just pretending not to.
I really
You
like
think it's
can't notice
lighting,
it.
I assure you it's not. What you're seeing.
But you could have just let it. I just noticed Bird Boy as your little.
Burnt boy is my title today because I'm burnt.
That's funny. Okay, Ben. Well, I think before we get into movie info, we should go ahead and do Bevy on the pod. Because we're having Bevy on the pod. Now, I am also going to go first here because I have an absurd amount of things on my desk. Of course, I have my normal water. I have my caffeine, a little iced coffee.
Mm-hmm. Is this the,
Um,
what do you got that I'm being excited about?
Okay, no, you're not going to be excited. You're going to laugh at me. I have my little Waterloo that I need. And now here's the thing, team. I really had my heart set on having a bevy today on the pod. But I woke up with a headache and now I have this cute pain here. So now I haven't decided if I'm going to have my margarita or Excedrin. And I got both because I don't know which. I also got really overstimulated before we started recording. And I don't know which problem I want to tackle more.
That's really healthy. That's really healthy.
So I have both of these here until I can decide. Like, I'm waiting to see if I'm distracted enough by us talking.
That when you want to commit to.
But it keeps kind of like coming in weight.
Hmm.
So those are my bevy and etc. Not sponsored, but like I'm a headache girl, so.
So I got myself a delicious Alani cherry slush. Yum yum yum.
Mark it on the bingo card, people.
Yum yum yum. And then I also got here. I've not opened this yet. What is this one? The Devil's Backbone Smash.
Mm-hmm. What flavor is it?
Orange.
Mm-hmm. The good
That's
one.
all I have
The best
left.
one. It's the best one. So anyways, we don't need to get into that debate again. If you want to know about it, team, go watch last week, which was Five
Those
Nights at
Five Nights
Freddy's.
at Freddy's,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
cinematic masterpiece.
It was something. It was something. But speaking of cinema, I have movie facts for you.
Please share some movie facts. I really want to know.
All right. So The Babadook came out in 2014 and was filmed in Adelaide, Australia. Adelaide.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to try and do an accent, too?
I'm absolutely not going to do an accent because I can't do it, especially an Australian accent. Get out of here.
Just a lot of, it's really just nasal or like stuffy.
Cheyenne. You know my accents.
Rocky,
You
Adelaide.
know how to do accents. There's not a chance in life I'm going to do
All right.
an accent.
Well,
Australian.
You did your British one on the pod, and I put it out, which was brave of you. So I don't know why you're self-conscious now.
I forgot I did that. But here's the thing. British makes more sense to me than Australian. What do they say? Bobby? They say Bobby?
Shrimp on the Bobby?
Shrimp on the Bobby? Get out of here. Y'all are not
Crikey, mate.
clear. I can do clear. Ema.
Clear. Ema.
The condensation. I can do that.
The condensation, Ema. There you go. You did it. All right. Our director and writer for this movie is Jennifer Kent, and it stars. So we have Essie Davis as Amelia Vanek. And she's been in Alien Earth and Game of Thrones as Lady Crane.
Have you seen Alien Earth? I bet you
have. No, I haven't seen any of the Alien.
That's right.
Things.
Ooh.
I want to. I have been wanting to watch those.
They're good. Oh, so I want to change my poll pitch for next week to be Alien. I'll decide that.
We could also change the staple to be Alien because that's definitely a staple.
Well, Aliens is better, but I digress.
We also have Noah Wiseman as Samuel. This is his acting career right here. This is what he did.
The only thing he's ever done.
I think he did one other Babadook related thing, but his acting career is contained to Babadook verse. We have Haley McIlhenny as Claire.
I just Daniel maybe I don't know.
McIlhenny. Daniel Henshaw as Robbie. Barbara West as Mrs. Roach, and Tim Purcell as the Babadook. Now, Ben, this is the depression segment, and I think this is going to be the most depressing one to date.
This movie's not that old.
I know.
This movie's not that old.
And that's why it's the most depressing one to date.
This movie's not that old, so it's not. Don't say that to me because it's not that old.
So in 2014, the budget was $2 million, which today, I don't think it's as bad as you think it's going to be, but it's also not as good as you want it to be. Okay. Today, that would be $2.78 million.
That's not too bad. That's not too
It's not... Yeah, but like the higher we get, the more upset you're going to be.
But because in my head, 2 and 2.7 is not that much. It's not like actually $700,000. It's 0.7 of a 1.
But then here's where I think you'll start to feel it a little bit more because the numbers are getting a little bit different. In the domestic box office, it made $946,000.
This movie didn't come in theaters, right? It was no theatrical release. I think it was straight to streaming.
Oh, it gave me box office.
Then maybe it was theatrical. I remember it just being...
It also is not an American film.
No.
And the director did not expect it to do well in America.
No, I remember when it came out. It seemed like a... Yes, sorry. Yes, what's the
inflation? Oh, you're fine. Today, that would be $1.3 million. And this is the one that got me. In the worldwide box office, because that is what the internet told me, it made $10.6 million, which today would be 14.2. Please don't ask me how that math works because I'm not a math girl. Not a math girl.
I don't know how it works either, but also
I don't know. I also imagine it's like maybe whatever Australia has for money.
Yeah.
Whatever they got going on down there. It's probably different, but I did US.
We're so well informed and educated.
I don't know about Australia. Like, what do y'all pay down? You pay with like fucking great white sharks or something? Some animal that wants to kill you.
It's called the Australian dollar.
I'm the asshole yet again.
Protect
Okay.
yourself, you stupid American.
And I never claimed to be anything else. Couple immediate fun facts for you. This one really sends me. So in Hebrew, Babadook means he is coming for sure.
For sure.
However, for sure.
That's so fun.
But also, if you go down further in the facts, there's like another one that says Babadook doesn't mean anything. It's like a made up thing that is, it's like bad book or bad book if you change it around. So I feel like people are just like deciding that it means different things and it means nothing.
Did we verify that in Hebrew that's what it means?
In Hebrew it means he is coming for sure, allegedly.
But there's no confirmation on that.
No, it was just on the IMDb. And then if you keep scrolling, there's like other things that people say that it means. And then, so Ben, of the film's total budget of $2.5 million, $30,071 was raised via Kickstarter.
That's how much of it?
Of 2.5 million, 30.71. So like $30,071.
That's a pretty good amount.
Yeah, and it was channeled. Most of the funds from the Kickstarter were channeled to the art department. Also, this is just like a nice little heartwarming fact. The director was very sensitive and caring while handling everything with Noah, who's the little boy.
Yes, I do know all this. Like
So,
a lot of the scenes filmed that would have been scary, he was not actually like there for.
Yes,
and I noticed
and during pre-production, she also explained what the movie was about. The director explained what the movie was about to Noah in kid-friendly terms.
I was very curious what the kid thought was happening like during a lot of scenes. Like I was like he must know what the movie is, I assume.
Yeah, she explained it to him in kiddie terms. And then also any scenes where the actress who's playing the mom was being like verbally or physically abusive, he was not present. He wasn't on set at all.
Yeah.
And they had an adult stand in on their niece.
Yeah, because you could
they had an adult knee in.
Whatever it was like, could like he would come in talking to her and she'd be like, it's a little bit mean, and then she usually would snap. But the second she like snaps, it would cut to just her turning towards him. I'm like, that's he's not there for that moment, which is good.
Yeah, I respect that a lot. Just no need. And then my favorite fact about this movie.
Oh.
The film became a meme and symbol for the LGBTQIA plus community after Netflix accidentally listed under LGBTQ movies, and that is why Babadook is a gay icon.
Who is dating who? Do you remember? The internet decided he was dating Pennywise.
Okay, that would have been my guess, but I didn't know that we like made that a thing, you know?
The internet made that a thing?
They made it a thing, yeah. And then, Ben, I watched this on Disney Plus. Where did you watch it?
I watched it on AMC Plus.
AMC Plus. Okay, that's another bingo card.
But I also believe it was on Tubi.
Tubi? All right. And then we do have a few trigger warnings for this one. We have abrupt loss of a family member. We have heavy depression going on. Child abuse and animal cruelty. And we're just gonna put a little spoiler out here right now because I know some people are very, very sensitive to this. There is a dog that does not make it. So if any of that is too much for you this week, that is totally fine. You can catch us on a bonus episode coming up. And we'll see you next week. And with that, Ben, take it away.
All right. So, do. I'm gonna do it too many times throughout this. I don't know. We're choosing Excedrin. Excedrin wins.
It's like right here.
Damn.
I can't get past the child room.
That happened to me on my cabin trip, and I got made fun of by the other teachers because then I had to ask this kid to help me. I said, "Oh, can you open this?" And a child opened it when I couldn't. They're hard. They're hard.
No, maybe the alcohol is gonna win.
Other direction. Are you pushing down?
Yeah, it doesn't go the other direction. It just keeps. Oh, okay.
This is heartbreaking. You win some, you
Continue.
lose some. Don't know which one this is. So this opens up. We get a picture of our main, we get a shot of our main character, who is her name Amelia? Is that correct? All my
Yes,
notes say mom. I never
that's fine.
processed her name. So we got mom, Amelia, and she's like getting like rocked around. It's a crash we see happening, but we don't actually
Uh-huh.
see it happening. It's just her kind of dreamlike experiencing it. She falls into bed. She's having a nightmare about a trauma. I think it's pretty easy to kind of figure out. Oh, she was a car accident and her partner was killed because she like looks over at him
Yeah.
before she wakes up. And we can hear her son while she's sleeping, waking her up. This is Samuel, who honestly, really cute kid. I like Samuel. I thought he was adorable, and I thought the actor was really good.
Yes, the actor is fantastic. He is a cute little boy.
I was like, he is so cute. And he tells his mom, he's like, I had a bad dream, I had a nightmare. So she goes, because she's a good mom, she goes and lays in bed with him and she reads him Three Little Pigs. And after she's done reading, he's like, did they kill the wolf? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna kill the monster when it comes from us. And honestly, he got a little too violent. He's like, I'm gonna like chop its head off or something.
Yeah, it's time for therapy.
That kid, honestly, I don't know why he was not already in therapy because he was not processing the death of his dad at all. But like, and this kid is like latched to his mom. The mom's
Oh my
soakily
god.
tired while he's like cuddling with her. He's grinding.
He's got his like hand around her neck.
Yeah, he has his hand like wrapped around her. His like he's literally coiled around her. He's grinding his teeth together. And mom is looking over it. She's looking tired,
Homie is
and
overstimulated, and I
she's
feel her
like
deeply.
struggling to go to sleep. But she does go to sleep. I think she sleeps in just a little bit because then
Mm-hmm.
the little boy wakes up before her and he steals the keys. He goes to like I don't know where he does this at. I think it's in the basement or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he's using tools like professional tools. He's
And he's
he's
6.
six. He's six, and he's like sawing together and making a contraption. This is a complicated contraption, Cheyenne. I could not make this today.
He's a smart
I
kid.
could never make this today. But
He should be an engineer.
he makes like a little backpack with like
Mm-hmm.
a catapult on the back of it. And it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Because he's a dumb kid, he's making a mess of things, of course, pissing his mom off. He's breaking windows, breaking glass. But he's
Yeah.
like, this is a weapon to use against the monster. And
He
mom's,
needs therapy and engineering camp.
yes, let's put that into a
Yeah.
useful thing. Come on.
Great skills,
Great
obviously.
skills. Another fantastic skill this kid has while he's getting ready, he's doing some magic. He's good at close-up magic. Hmm.
Yes.
He loves doing his little close-up magic. And honestly, mom's looking tired. She's trying to get him dressed. He's like, look at my hands, look at my hands, look at my hands. Mom's overwhelmed, just
Mm-hmm.
trying to get him set up, but trying to be supportive. And she's like, I love you. That's so cool. Wow. But she gets him to school. She works at and she gets to work. She works at a nursing home.
Another overwhelming
A
thing,
very
too.
overwhelming
I can't
job. I know,
imagine.
I'm like that.
Just perpetually taking care of someone.
Yes, and like this poor overworked mom. I think we get introduced to her coworker Robbie, who for sure has a crush on her.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
I think
him.
I'm pro Robbie because he doesn't ever push boundaries. I don't think he's a
No,
few
he just feels like he would.
possibly, but I don't know. I think he wasn't too. He doesn't show up much,
Yeah,
but he's never too weird about things. I think I'm pro
no,
Robbie. Robbie,
you're right.
so far as I'm aware, good guy. But while she's at work, she has to leave because his school's calling. Because Samuel has brought a crossbow to school that he made for stars. He made, and he has a little dart to go along with it. Wait, this is a full-on weapon.
Mm-hmm.
The school
Mm-hmm.
wants to do one-to-one because they're like, we can't have him be in the normal classroom, too many behavioral issues. He's really talking about monsters all the time. We're gonna give him a one-to-one. And mom's pissed. She's like, absolutely not. No. He's already feeling like an
Mm-hmm.
outsider. We're gonna go to a different school. Then after school, like he gets kicked out of school basically. He's not no longer in school. They're at the store and he's befriending a little kid. He's so friendly. I'm like, this is such a sweet little kid. I don't get why people hate him so
Mm-hmm.
much. He's doing magic for this other kid. I I don't get it. I'm gonna be a Samuel defender till the day I die, Cheyenne.
I we will talk
And
about.
I
I
will
have it. It's
defend
part of
him.
my thing.
And I will
It's
defend
part of my
him
thing.
until the day I die. Mostly because this bitch I'm about to get to in a few minutes, I hate even more. But he's like befriending this little kid and he's doing magic and the other kid's mom is like, well, let's go. Your father's waiting for you. And Samuel is like, my dad lives in the cemetery. Okay, Samuel. He died.
Oversharer.
He died in a car accident driving my mom to the hospital to have me. So we're going, oh, there's a lot of trauma here.
And he is far too young to understand any of it.
And I'm like, well, it's so clear. I'm like, Mom, you should have dealt with this stuff. You should have been in therapy almost immediately. I don't know why you weren't. Because for sure, your trauma has now affected your son. And it's like
Yeah.
so obvious. But
Yeah.
I will say she's trying her best, I guess. You know, that's trauma. And that's kind of the point of this movie. She's trying to deal with it. Um, they they go to the store, then they go to the park to hang out with his cousin. And is it the mom's sister? Did you get a sense of this? I couldn't figure out if it was the mom's sister
Yeah.
or Oscar's sister.
Oh, I thought it was the mom's sister, but I just kind of assumed that.
It could be, I think, the mom's sister.
Hey.
There is a aunt, Aunt Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking get me started on Aunt Claire. I fucking hate
I
Aunt Claire.
won't.
You know what I hate even
I
more? You know what I
agree.
hate even more?
Her little fucking
Her
kid.
bitch daughter Ruby. Shut the fuck up, Ruby. Ruby pisses me off.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Thank you.
She's a bitch. She's a
Her
bitch.
and her mom, like the mom's like going on.
He's in a pod.
Yeah, Claire's like going on and on about like, oh, there's these things, but Amelia, are you even listening to me? What I say? And then she repeats it, and she still gets pissy. She's like, "Bleh, shut the fuck
Not
up, shut up." She's watching her son climbing a tree or climbing a swing set right now, and
watching him move.
Claire's like, "Hey, we usually do joint parties for our kids. They celebrate
Mm-hmm.
Samuel's birthday. It sounds like maybe a few weeks early,
Stop
so that
killing me.
he's in the same time as Ruby's. I assume because Sam has no friends.
It becomes more clear later, but
I think it's I think it's a combination of things where she doesn't want to celebrate the day of the dad
mm-hmm.
dying, but I also
Mm-hmm.
think it's partially because he doesn't have any friends to invite.
Fair.
Because I feel it's a thing that kids do a lot, or parents do a lot. If like they don't have a very popular kid, they do joint parties with
Mm-hmm.
a cousin. But Ruby, she's like over it. She wants her own party. She wants to do a princess party.
Which I do think is fair to want for a kid to want their own party.
It's
I will say that.
fair, but also fuck you,
She's a
Ruby.
bitch, though.
Fuck you, Ruby. I hope you have all the bad things in your life.
Oh my god.
And I stand by it. And I stand by it.
Oh.
Ruby's 6, but she's almost 7, so she can handle it.
So she should know better. She's basically an adult.
And while they have this conversation, Samuel climbs like fully on top of the swing set where he's just standing on top. And I think it's my favorite cut in the movie where he's like, Mom, look at me, look at me. Because of him immediately in the car screaming and crying because for sure mom was like, we're done, we're leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's such a kid thing to do. Where like they're just like clearly pushing the boundary and now they're bawling their eyes out because they pushed that boundary.
My actions have consequences.
We get home. This is where we do meet the dog. The dog's name is Bugsy. I wrote my notes.
Cute
Dog.
name.
Yikes. And yikes, I was right.
It's
And yikes, I was right.
Oh, you meant yikes like I thought you meant yikes like little ratty dog.
No, I meant dog. Yikes, this dog's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And it's like crying or barking towards the basement, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We
Oh,
know
it was like
it's
pawing at
pawing
the
at the
door.
door, so you're already thinking basement, weird, there's something up with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That night, mom is like, you can pick our book. You choose book you want to read. And he goes over and he pulls out this book that says Mr. Babadook on it. Roll credits. And mom's like, let's not. What is this book? It's weird. Let's not read this one. He's like, no, I get picked. And he looks at her with these big old bug eyes. You have to do it. So she starts reading this book, and it's a scary book about
It
how like the
is.
Babadook is waiting for you and watching, and you'll be scared. And if you do something, if you like,
Once you see what's
if
underneath,
you
you'll wish you were
yes, when
dead.
you see what's underneath his hat, you'll wish you were dead. And you're like, the boy's crying, Mom, what's happening? What's happening? Is the boy gonna live? Is the boy gonna live? This was a mistake to read this book. I wish like I've been like, hard stop, no, we're not gonna read this book, read something better. But
Yeah.
immediately he's so freaked out and he's just screaming and crying
He's having a
afterwards. Which
full
valid. Valid.
meltdown.
Because as we know, and we'll see, this kid has a lot of death trauma.
Yeah. See, I knew this was going to be an interesting episode because we were going to have very same understanding, different reactions.
Oh, different reaction. I'm curious your reaction. Would you find it annoying when he was crying?
Oh, I think he's annoying as shit.
He's such a little so
No.
sweet.
His behavior, there is a clear line of why he's behaving this way. I think it's annoying. But also, we'll get into this later. But I also like am very on the fence about if I want kids because I know mind, body, and soul. If it came out like that, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I would not be able to deal with it.
He was so sweet. He eventually
Couldn't do it. It
he
would piss
eventually
me
goes to
off.
bed though. Like he was so scared. He goes to bed, and mom, she want to start taking care of business. She puts out a
She's having me
vibrator. She's
time.
having her own personal needs fulfilled.
Hey, mommy needs her me time.
But of course, this mom can't catch a fucking break. Because while she's doing this, Samuel's still scared about this book that she read. And
It's
like,
fair.
right as she was getting into it too, he comes running in.
Yeah.
We're like, oh.
Yeah.
But he's screaming,
R.I.P.
crying
Mama.
about like this, the Babadook's gonna get me, Mama. The Babadook's gonna get me. So she's like, fine, just laying here in bed. We're not gonna be scared of this. No more. I think that day she told me he can't. She brings him over to her to Aunt Claire's. Is like, you're gonna stay with Aunt Claire for the day while I'm at work. And it's like, no Babadook talk while she's at work. She gets there and Robbie is once again just being the best. Oh, sorry, this is the bingo scene. When I'm an old person, I'm gonna eat down with bingo. I just know it.
You know you could do that now.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I tried it. I didn't like it. Well, I'm an old
Really?
person. I will like it. Oh, I didn't like it because I lost. I lost the time I did bingo.
Oh, it's like really annoying when you lose, especially if you're really close.
Yes, and I'm like, wait, I'm restarting now? What I was doing so good before. But I do love having the big old stamp pen going with it. So fun. That part I loved. I think
we have the bingo that's like a little my apartment complex does bingo, and when we play, it's like once or twice a year they do it. And they have like little leather cards with a little plastic thing that you cover your number with.
Oh, that's not as fun. They don't have the pen?
Mm-hmm.
If it's once
but
or
like
twice
we win
a year,
money,
y'all can
so
order. If it's once or twice a year, they can order some papers and pens. The pen's supposed to make it fun.
We win money. Sorry, I'm gonna be pressing my nose because there's pressure, so ignore
Release
me.
that pressure. Because you know who else is feeling pressure?
Mama.
Amelia, because she's getting tired of this bingo, these people who aren't responding, and she just starts saying random ass numbers until she gets yelled at, or sorry, glared at,
scowled at.
Yeah. And Robbie's like, yeah, people are talking about how you were just being like having a blast at bingo, just being so silly with it. I love that. I respect it. He's like, you look tired though. Like, how about you go get some rest? Oh, because she also had told them like she was late, and she said because her son was sick. She lied, said her son was sick, and that's why she was late.
He's sick in the head.
But instead, she's like, okay, great, yeah, you'll cover for me. That's so sweet. I adore you. Thank you. I'm gonna go take a little evening for myself, a little afternoon. Which I thought was really cute. She does see a
It was very
couple
sweet
like
of him.
making out, and you can tell she's lonely because she's just like looking at
Mhm.
them with these longing eyes.
Bro,
And you're like, I'm excited for her to have some time for herself.
yeah.
She does
She
not,
got a little ice cream.
but she doesn't really get time for herself because, of course, she's getting some calls about Samuel being annoying
Hmm.
because he told Ruby about the Babadook and that she's so scared. And I really think that Ruby
Hmm.
should just get the fuck over it. Sorry. Sorry. He spread the scary book. He saw the scary pictures. Do not defend Ruby for a second.
No, no, no. I wasn't. I was gonna say I feel like Ruby's mom, it would make more sense to just like shut it down than to be like, come get your kid.
Well, no, because she hates him. And that's the thing.
Well,
Is
yeah,
Claire
but
hates Samuel and it does not at all handle her hatred of a child in a healthy way. When I don't think she's being asked to do a lot.
Ben, you famously love to hate a kid.
I chose the right career. One of my students, sorry, now I'm talking about hating kids. I love this kid I'm about to talk about, but
Okay.
a reason that you should hate kids. One of my students, I have a huge phobia of snakes, right?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
A huge phobia. I saw a snake, and
Ew.
of course, I
Oh,
expressed my phobia to the students because I said, I'm not going near that thing.
you can't do that. You can't do
Well,
that.
I'm sorry. I saw a snake. I jumped,
They smell
and I
fear.
told a
They
lot of,
smell fear.
yeah, this kid after that just started to extend all of his S sounds when he was talking to me. Every time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I
Mm-hmm.
heard something. Hey, Mister. That's
It's kind of funny.
like you freak.
It's
He's not
kind
as
of
bad as Ruby, who I do hate. Um,
yeah.
but so he gets sent home. Mom is all pissed off, and like while I don't think she's like just doing the dishes or something. Samuel had like snuck into the basement and he was doing a demonstration of how he'd fight the monster, protect his mom, which is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it in front of a picture of the dad and he's like,
Yeah.
Dad, I'm gonna protect mom. I'm not gonna let anyone hurt her. I'm like, that's so sweet.
Yeah. His need to protect her is very
I think
sweet
it's so cute every
and
time.
also very sad.
But like, oh, that's when they start. She like finds him in the basement, gets all pissed off. She's like, because he's not supposed to be down there. We find like this
Yeah.
dad stuff is down there. All of the dad stuff is down there. So clearly, it's an area that has a lot of trauma for her. She says because it's not dangerous, it's not safe in the
It's
basement,
dangerous.
but that is
Mm-hmm.
really add up. I think it's just because it's the dad stuff that she's really protective of
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't want to like look at or think of, and like crashes out. Robbie shows up. He's like, I got Samuel a gift because he was so sick. He's like, I'm not sick. The fuck. And mom just crashes out. She's like, no, he's not sick. He's worse because he's got kicked out of school. Can you imagine a 6-year-old getting kicked out of school? Like,
Yeah.
they, I'm not gonna lie, Samuel and the mom have a diva off here in this moment where she's like,
Which diva goes down?
I don't know. Because
Kind of tight.
Samuel's the one who runs off, all sad.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think he kind of gagged the mom at the end where he's just like, she won't let me
She
uh,
won't let me have a dad.
yes. She's like, he's that's way. She will let me have a dad. I'm like, oh,
Ooh.
damn,
She said, "This is my trauma, not your trauma. You weren't
damn.
even alive yet."
He was technically, he was just about there.
He didn't know the dad.
There's still trauma on him.
Hmm.
Later at dinner, the mom is like, I don't know what it was. It was some kind of gross Australian food, I have to assume. It's like a cream
Well,
soup. It looks like a bowl of cream.
ew, I just gotta chill.
I was like, what is this? It's some kind of soup.
Porridge?
It's porridge, and that's gross. There's
Yeah, I
little
agree.
piece of glass in hers. And
Oh, you know what? Quick question. Quick question. When I make clips, one of my Aussie friends from that band Longreef, you remember me going to see them all the time?
yeah,
Sometimes they check out a couple of them, see our clips and interact with them. So hey, Tristan or Jim, if you see this, what the hell was that food?
Tristan and Jim,
Thank you.
what is that gross looking
Let us
yellow
know
cream bowl?
and
Which
tell me you don't eat it because my God.
is it thick or is it creamy? I couldn't tell if there's supposed to be chunks in it. Because his seemed like it had chunks in it, but hers seemed like perfectly creamy with just glass in it.
That's the seasoning.
Was the glass needed for the meal? Does that make it
Well,
better?
you know how everything in Australia is trying to kill you, so like the food needs
The
to
food needs to
too.
match.
So I think
Thank you for your
looking forward to your input.
thank you
Thank
for the
you.
advice. But yeah, so there's glass in it, and there's no glass in Samuel's, and so she's looking at him like, "You did this. Go watch your videos." And he's already going, "It's the Babadook. It's the Babadook."
I'm gonna start using that as an excuse.
There's so many things where I'm actually confused if I'm supposed. This is a movie where I don't know how literal it's supposed to be. Because do we think the Babadook did this, or do you think the kid did this?
I don't think the put that. Whoa.
Yes, you said
I
a
don't
lot.
think, I don't think the kid put glass in the food.
All right. Well, the next part where after like they kind of settle down and get ready for bed, the mom walks upstairs and we see Samuel running out of the bedroom, and she goes in there in her room to see like what he was doing, and you can see the dad's photo with the face all scratched out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he was there. But then the second the mom's like, "What is this?" He don't say a word. He grabs his weapon and like runs off. The mom tries to
Mm-hmm.
stop him and he just goes, "Do you want to die?" This is part where actually I would be annoyed. I was like, actually, Sammy, you're doing too much.
He's trying to protect her.
Do you
He's
want
the man
to
of the
die?
house.
Yeah, but he also like pushed her down. Don't I'm not
Yeah.
don't fuck with
No.
me. If that kid pushed me, I'll be pissed. But like
Yeah.
he's like settled up with his little weapon. I think the mom went to just her normal bed. She's like, whatever. He's just staring. He goes up to his wardrobe because it looks weird. Screams because the whole thing had fallen.
Mm.
But he was just like in shock. He's repeating, "Don't let it in, don't let it in, don't let it in." So mom's like, "We ain't fucking this Babadook stuff." She tears up this whole book, throws it in the trash. She's done. I don't know what Claire did next, but Claire did something in the next scene. I wrote down Claire's a bitch. Oh, no,
Was this the
this is
birthday
the birthday
party?
party. So next day is the birthday party, and so like Amelia's kind of hanging out with Claire and all of her friends, and all of her friends are so just like pretentious and privileged and annoying. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, Claire, how's that merger going with your husband? Oh, how much
Oh.
money we will have. And they're always like, oh, Amelia, I talked to some underprivileged women at my charity, and a lot of them have dead husbands too. So like,
You're underprivileged, bitch.
I know like how hard this must be for you right now. Like that's their energy. There's like, we so understand because we basically know other people who've gone through the same thing. And Claire is over it. She fully snaps at one of them because someone's like,
Good for
"Oh, I've
her.
been so busy. I have no time for the gym." And she's like, "Oh, shut the fuck up. How awful that must
Hmm.
be. Oh my God.
Hmm.
You can't go to the gym while you're working with like these women who are suffering and underprivileged."
Hmm.
Um,
Good for Claire. I
mhm.
was with her.
At this party, not good for Claire, good for Amelia. We hate Claire.
Sorry. Good for Amelia.
And while the
My
kids
bad.
are all celebrating, Samuel is hiding inside of Ruby's treehouse. And of course, Ruby, being being the daughter of Claire, goes up and she's like, "Get out. You can't be in here. This is mine, and you're not allowed to be in here." And he's like, "I'm not hurting anybody. Let me stay. What the hell?"
Yeah, he's just
And
vibing.
she's trying to read him for filth, but she's flopping. And she's like, "You're not good enough to have a dad. Bitch. Bitch. Oh my God. You got it open."
I got it open and I am gonna be bad in because I'm dying.
And Samuel does what I wanted to do from the second I saw Ruby.
I
He
get it. It's not the right answer, but I get
he
it.
pushes her out of this tree house. I wrote it down
Mm-hmm.
here. Fuck around, find out, Ruby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, she had it
She
coming.
had it.
I don't
She
care.
was
She's
she
7.
was doing a lot. She's 7 now.
She is 7 now. So
Hmm. I'm like, no, just you could have let him be in that treehouse where he was not near anybody. He was hidden, but she
yeah.
made a scene.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to clock his tea. He was not having it.
He Babadooked her ass.
But of course, he then gets kicked out of this party. Um, in the car ride home, we get this. This is like the meme. I don't know if you've seen. I've seen this scene meme 1,000 times, where he's just like kind of screaming in the back. The mom yells, "Why can't you be normal?" And he screams like even louder at her.
I don't know this meme.
Oh, I've seen this meme a lot, and honestly, I don't like it.
Oh.
It's like kind of problematic.
Oh.
Mostly, like, I mean, like this the son, I assume, is intended to have autism, right? Is that the?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I feel like he's got a little touch of the
I don't think they
tism.
ever explicitly say that, but I think that's the pretty clear
Yeah.
interpretation you're supposed to have. And
Yeah.
like that's kind of the what I feel towards that meme of like, oh,
Um.
we're just kind of laughing at a
Um.
person for having autism. Like I get she's exhausted, but like as a meme, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But regardless, after he starts screaming, he then looks to the side, gets all scared and silent, and starts screaming, get out. And that would freak me the freak out.
No, that would freak me the hell
He like
out.
has a full-on seizure. And they take him to the doctor. The doctor's just like his head overheated. His brain got a little too hot.
He's cooking too hard in there.
But we're gonna get him speaking to like a therapist or psychologist in like 2 weeks. And until
Mm-hmm.
then, he
Mm-hmm.
gets some medication to help him sleep.
I get it. I get it.
Mhm.
I would be the person that's this desperate to be like, please sedate my
I
child.
also I assume a doctor would have access to some resources for the mom because
Oh
she
yeah,
was like,
like a
beg-
pediatrician. Yeah.
no, I mean like she was begging for help and support. I'm like, there must be a
Mm,
number or something he could have given her because she looks exhausted and she's like, please, I need
yeah.
something. I can't. It's gotten so bad. Like, is there not
Mm-hmm.
like a helpline or something?
I don't. Of course, I can't speak for Australia in 2014. However, um, as you know, culturally, there's a lot of stigma around struggling while being a mother. So there very well may not be.
There might, but I think this is like the one time in in the movie where she was kind of being vulnerable and being like, yeah,
Yeah,
I need help. Besides that, I think
I
she
didn't need
just kind
that.
of front a little bit and
Yeah,
not want people to see her struggling. But here she's
do
like,
it.
I need help.
Yeah.
So when they're getting ready for bed the next night, she's like, or that night, she's like, here's some medication. And I thought the scene was actually really sweet. It was so cute. Um, where she's like, you can take this. And I think she said, as long as you promise not to talk about the Babadook again. And he said, if you promise, I promise to protect you, if you promise to protect me, and then I'll never talk about the Babadook again. I'm like, that's so sweet. I think there's
Yeah.
also
He
maybe
is sweet.
somewhere on the point where he like asked something like where she says like I'm not gonna die for a long time. And
Yeah.
he's like, did you think the same thing about dad before he died? And you go, oh
Yeah.
my God, give
Yeah.
him therapy. Like it's
Yeah. It just clearly has not been addressed as like something he's also dealing with.
that
It seems like it's something that mom is dealing with,
mom's
you know?
it's like, oh, he's really has is like nothing's guaranteed because he's of how
Yeah.
sudden and he doesn't even realize it, but like, oh my God, it's so that would broke my heart a little bit. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, because he's also thinking
It's
like
very
he's like,
sad.
I'm gonna lose you. I could like she could die, he could die. He's just scared. Um,
Mm-hmm. And I feel like 7 is kind of when you start having some understanding of like
mhm.
death too.
He's
So
so,
that's a lot.
he's so scared of losing his mom, and I was really sad for him.
Yeah.
But
It's fine. I'm about to ice my head with these drinks because
the kid does go to sleep, and like for a long time. I think the mom wakes up like at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and he's still out cold.
11 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
Afternoon.
I, shut up. Shut up.
Afternoon.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Oh my God, Killian,
Shut up.
think where you're going.
Regardless, you freak, trying to humiliate me.
It's just funny.
While he's sleeping, there's a knock at the door. No one's there. She closes it. There's a bang at the door, and the book is back.
Oh, this was creepy.
Yeah, the book is back, and all the pages she tore out are now like re-glued together, and there's more pages. This time, and
you're probably gonna say it.
like what it shows in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it shows now like images of her, or the story is the Babadook's coming, yada yada yada. But now added on, it's going to be like it's growing underneath your skin, and the more you try to fight it or deny it, the stronger it gets. And it shows a picture of her killing the dog, and then a picture of her killing her son.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's the
and then
what?
And then it has the motion of her.
Oh, then killing herself.
Killing herself.
So it's like coming. This is what's gonna happen. The Babadook's gonna make you kill your dog, then your son, then yourself, and it's like inside of you. You can't escape it. It's inside of you.
That's how I feel about my allergies right now.
Uh-huh. And she calls Claire, and of course Claire fucking sucks. And it's just like I don't have time for this right now. Actually, it's a book. Who cares? Yada yada. I think Amelia calls her out. She's like, "You don't even come around here." And she went, "Yeah, because I hate your son." Bitch. Oh
Yeah, she just full sent it. She full sent it.
Which like, don't talk to him then. Damn.
Don't agree to babysit him.
Guess what? I hate your bitch daughter, but actually,
I don't know. I don't offer to babysit her
I
either.
was about to say, I don't say anything about it, but I've been saying a lot about this whole time. So
you don't say it to her face.
I would. I would.
He said, "I got that dog in me."
And why did I write down Babadook in here? Does she hear that? Oh, because the phone
book.
No, because the book says it, and then
the
it's
phone.
a phone call after Claire where she does hear our very first Babadook. So she's scared. Oh, she's jamming. She's vibing. Amelia goes to police, and they are immediately unhelpful. First of all, she says, "I have a stalker. He left a children's book," and the police laughed immediately.
That's so creepy. Like, a stalker leaving a children's book?
Like, regardless, they interrupt her to laugh. But regardless, it's still pretty creepy. And she goes, "It shows graphic images of me killing my son." And they're like, "That sucks. Where is the book?" And she's like, "I burned it." Because why wouldn't you? It was creepy and scary.
It's creepy.
And it's like she's got ash on her hands. It's not like that doesn't add up.
Right.
I think while she's talking to them, she can see on the coat rack of the police station is the Babadook's fit. So now she's nervous, she's scared, she bails. At home, there's bugs inside, like start crawling out from behind her fridge. And when I would note, that's the tiniest fridge I've ever seen.
Yeah, very old school fridge.
What year is this supposed to take place in? Is this modern day?
I thought so, but then we have that.
The TV they have is super old, like
No.
And yes, they might be like she's clearly doesn't have a lot of money, but like there's a lot of stuff that was like old stuff. Because the fridge is probably like waist high. That's dramatic. Yeah. But that's what it felt like.
Right.
She looks behind it and it's like there's a hole where a bunch of bugs start crawling out of. And like while she's trying to deal with this, family services show up because they're like clearly there to be like evaluating her, see if they need to take custody of Samuel. And it doesn't look too good. Like
no.
They check.
I am confused why they showed up though, because he's only been out of school for like a couple days at this point.
It's probably because she said I wonder if someone made a call at the school about it. Because he was also exhibiting like violent behavior, like bringing weapons to school before he was taken out. So maybe that could have been a factor. But But yeah, that's a good point. I think if they're pretty quick, maybe Australia's just like that. But it doesn't look too good because they tried to talk to Samuel and he's like, I'm too sleepy from the drugs. And I go,
That my
drugs?
mommy gave me.
Drugs? Yeah, my mom gave me them. And they're like, she's like, from the doctor, prescribed by a doctor. And then she's like, I'm so sorry for like the mess because she's got all the food like laid out and it's like gone bad because it's out of the fridge. She's like, I'm so sorry. There was a cockroach infestation I was dealing with, which is crazy because I'm always spraying this house. We look, the hole for the cockroaches is not there.
Hmm.
And they're like, oh, not looking too
Oh,
good.
she's crazy.
And it's like, okay, maybe we'll come back later when you got things in order. Um, so they go, Samuel zonked out. He wants to go to bed. She's like, no, because of your medicine. It doesn't work. If you sleep,
Hmm.
yes, you gotta stay up later. They're watching TV. I think it's watching TV. They're watching TV, like waiting for him to be able to go to bed, and they can see a bunch of like stories of, or in every like movie they're watching, the Babadook just makes some kind of appearance,
Oh, this was so funny to me. I love him just being in like a silent film.
like in like 8 different silent films.
Yes,
I was
Charlie
like,
Chaplin
oh, I'm
as.
changing, and he's just like, I'm here too. He's a big time celebrity.
He is
I
Big
like
Slay.
seeing his Phil face. This is the part I actually dislike. I
Mm.
like his design. I didn't mention his design, but like his design in the book, he's got this big old smile, big old like bug
Uh-huh.
eyes. He wears a top hat, big old gloves, and like a long
Fashion icon.
like penny coat kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of capey.
Yes. And so I like the design a lot. I don't like seeing him with the full face. Especially because
Oh, I
this
thought it
is
was
like
so
the only
funny.
part we see his full face, I feel like.
Yeah, like in real time. Yeah,
Hmm. Um,
I thought it was funny.
at one point during the night, like he basically full on attacks. He's like climbing on the ceiling like a little spider. And he like jumps at her. It goes like down her mouth and she like, gasps awake or something.
Yeah.
But then the next day she's like calling out of work. She's like, I can't work, I'm sick. And work's pissed off. They basically fire her. They say we're gonna give away all your shifts if you don't come in. She's like, cool, do
Mm-hmm.
it. I don't give a fuck. I'm sick. I can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom's getting a little angrier now. And I noticed I
Mm-hmm.
thought she's talking like the Babadook. I think Samuel's like asking for food. He's like, Mom, I'm hungry, but everything's gone bad. I can't eat anything. Mom, I'm hungry. And she like snaps. She's like, all you do is talk, talk, talk. And that's me as
Mm-hmm.
Babadook vibes.
And there's like a little bit of a voice change sometimes,
Yes,
but it's like an overlay.
her
Yeah.
voice is like she speaks a little like thicker.
Yeah.
She yells at him to if you're so hungry, eat shit. But thankfully, little boy was not in there for that moment. He was not on set during that audio read.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I think okay, she like comes to her senses. She's like, I'm really sorry. Like, I didn't mean that. Let's go get you food. So they go to like just a diner. It seems nice, but on the way home, the Babadook fully attacks their car, where
Yeah.
he's like swarming around it. She's screaming, Samuel's screaming. She
Mm-hmm. A lot of
crashes.
screaming in this movie.
She crashes into another guy from swerving so much, and I and I really prove she's a diva because he comes out, the guy comes out, yells, he's like, "Get my car! This is brand new. What the hell?" She looks at him, and just backs away, and she drives off. Amelia,
So.
like, she was like, "Okay."
She said this isn't my problem.
And like they get home, and I think she's so freaked out. She's like, she just gets in the bathtub with her full clothes on, which I hated.
Yeah, we're having a mental health episode at
I
this point.
hated it. Samuel comes in and she picks him up and puts him in there. I think they have a very similar conversation they usually have, which is just like, he's like, Mom, don't let it in. Please don't let it in. She's like, I won't let anything in tonight.
Only
Um,
tonight.
but then she got like more and more aggressive. Samuel's clearly freaked out, and he's trying to say we
Mm-hmm.
need to stay somewhere else, but she's not having it.
Mhm.
Um, while she's like in bed, she hears, I don't know where she hears it from, but you hear there's someone in the house in a scary voice, which would
Uh-huh.
freak me out.
Yeah, it was like she's dreaming and then she's woken up by
I
this
think she was
voice
like,
saying
yeah, she was
someone's in the
hearing like a little voice,
house.
and that's the loudest one she hears. And she goes downstairs and Samuel's on the phone with the neighbor asking to spend the night there. Mom's pissed off. She's already evil. She's the evil,
She's pissed.
and now she's pissed off. So
She's
she's like
pissed.
screaming at him. She takes out a knife and like points it at him and uses it to cut the line, but she's still like pointing at him a lot. Samuel's
Mhm.
scared as hell,
Mhm.
and so she makes him take. She's like, "It's time for your sleeping pill." He's like, "I don't want to take it," but she's like, "You have to." So he pretends to take it.
Mhm.
A smart kid. I would have taken it.
Smart kid.
I probably would have taken it. But she is absolutely losing it. And we get a like long um dream sequence where like first she hallucinates that Samuel's dead next to her, and then she comes to, he's awake. He's there. He's screaming, he's scared. She has the knife in her hand though, but they're just still scary. She starts like,
Mm.
I think moving through the house. It's creepy as she goes to the basement where she sees her dead husband. And they have a little sweet moment. Um, and she's like, "You can be with me, you can be with me. I just need the boy. Just give me the boy." And this is like I guess
Right.
a callback to something earlier. Like at the school, she
Oh.
kept calling they called him the boy. And she said, "Do not call
Uh-huh.
him the boy. He has a name." And she's like, "Stop
Mhm.
calling him the boy." But of course the Babadook don't care. He's like, "Nope, give me the boy." He attacks again. She runs upstairs, but homeboy comes down the chimney, stands over her, and he like
Santa Claus
fully,
style.
fully possesses her. Before he's like an
Mhm.
influence. Now he's like completely consumed
Mhm.
her body. So she's like
Mhm.
numb, staring at this like the TV, flicking through the channels
Mhm.
while Samuel and the dog are hiding. The dog comes out and barks at her 'cause it senses bad vibes. And
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
course, we knew it was gonna happen. She kills the dog,
Yeah.
which made me
R.I.P.
so
Buggy.
makes me so sad.
Was it Buggy?
Bugsy.
Bugsy.
Oh, what? Did I write down Baba Mom? Or no, oh, I call her Baba Mom now.
Baba Mama.
Baba Mama. She kills the dog, then rips out her own tooth, and then
Oh yeah, because throughout she's
her
like
tooth was hurting
having a
her.
toothache or
So now
something.
she's popped it out, sees Samuel, and she's like, she's gone feral now. She runs upstairs, and he locks himself in his room, and she's like, "Let me in. We gotta help Bugsy. Come on, let me in. Let me in." He's smart. He's not. And she like grabs onto the door frame and starts swinging her legs and kicking. She's fully feral.
Hmm.
She eventually breaks down the door, and then she does like throughout the movie, the Babadook, when he moves, he like is stationary and just kind of hovers forward. And Mom has now
Uh-huh.
learned this trick. She learned that how Griffith, where she starts hovering
Hmm.
towards uh
Hmm.
towards him, yelling at him. But little, I mean, she should be aware he's got some weapons. And he just beats the shit out of his mom, honestly. He brings out his dart crossbow, shoots her with it, and she's like, ouch. Then he takes out his little like what's the catapult,
Backpack thing.
hits her in
Hmm.
the head. She's going down. It's
Diva down.
crazy. He's kicking ass. He runs downstairs. The mom kind of catches up to him, and she seems like she's come to. She's not Baba Mom anymore. She's like, "I'm so
Hmm.
sorry. Oh my God, I can't believe I did all that. I'll tell you what, we can see your dad. It's gonna be beautiful." Little boy got sense. He goes, "Do you mean you're gonna kill me? He ain't gonna have it." So what does he do?
Hmm.
He stabs his mom. Samuel, oh my God, you did not hesitate.
No,
He
he don't play.
he stabs her. Then I like they run down to the basement and he like trips her over, and then he knocks her out with something. He uses a board or something to bash her head in. Samuel don't play.
He's not playing. He said, "You're not my mom."
His only problem is that he's not good at tying ropes. He does tie her up, and he says, "I'm not going to leave you."
Yeah, he's cute. He's kind of pooky in this.
He's so sweet. He's so
Yeah.
sweet. But like I said, he's not good at tying ropes, so she does get up pretty quickly, starts
Yeah.
strangling him, and
Yeah.
he's just like he starts caressing her face while he's strangling him. And he's just like, Baba Mom, this isn't you. Look at
Baba
me.
Mama,
Look
no.
at me, look at me. And he's got the biggest eyes, and I think his big eyes save the mom, where she's like, You're right.
Mhm. Mhm.
This isn't me. So she's just like vomiting up like blood or black fluid, which we got okay, she's expelling the Babadook.
Right. The power of friendship, you
The
know.
power of love.
Hmm.
And they're like, Great, time to leave. While they're walking out, the boy goes, You can't get rid of the Babadook. Snatched, dragged upstairs, getting thrown around by the Babadook. So the mom,
Hmm.
she's fully like, she stands in front of him. She's like, "Don't touch my son." And like, we see her dead husband. Once again, it appears as the dead husband,
The dead hussy.
the dead huzzy. Once again, kind of reenacting the car accident where he's saying the things that he said, like, "Oh, it's gonna rain." Um,
Yeah.
his head gets chopped off. I assume like it did in the
Like in
accident.
like in half.
Which I'm like, damn,
It's not even off.
this was a
It's
bad
half.
accident.
Yeah.
Then the true Babadook comes out, and it's like this, like we don't really see it, but we just see its shadow, and it's like this big looming thing, and mom's
Hmm.
just like screaming at it. She's gone like full primal with it. She's doing what the
Hmm.
mom from Poltergeist did, where she's just now like back with determination.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And she's using her determination. She's staying on business. She's just roaring at this thing
Yeah.
until eventually it like shrinks. I feel like it
Yeah.
shrinks. It
Uh,
she like it sees the clothes, looks inside. There's a big bright flash of light because she looked underneath.
oh,
She looked underneath it,
she's gonna
underneath
wish she
it,
was dead.
but she doesn't. And a big bright light, and it goes like flying back into the basement. Where I got the
Mm,
sense
mm,
is where it's like
mm,
hiding now.
mm, mm.
Next day, things are good. The like family services people are back. They are talking to her, and she's like explaining. She seems like she knows what she's doing. And they're like, "Oh my God, it's your birthday. How fun." And Sammy's like, "It's my very first one that I get to have on the actual day." And they're like, "Why is that? That's weird." And she explains, she's
Mhm,
like, his dad died in the same day. And so it's been really hard. And so we're already being like, oh, she's talking about him,
mhm.
which
And
is
she's like
good.
very level-headed
Especially
talking
because
about
the
it.
rest of the movie, she never talked about him. And to the point,
Hmm.
the sister got mad at her, being like, all you do is talk. It's too depressing because all you ever want to do is like mopes because your husband died. And she's like, I don't talk about it around you for that reason. But now she's talking
Hmm.
about it, very healthy.
Hmm.
The woman, the social service, like the family services woman, she wanted to be invited to that party so bad. She went, oh,
Yeah, she did.
she's like, oh, parties are fun.
I
Uh,
want to go. I love that they have all the decorations in the back that are like happy birthday. And she goes, "Are you having a party?"
I think it makes sense you said it to a kid, so the kid can respond.
I'd be like, "Oh, you are having a party."
You ask those simple questions to a kid so they have a chance to respond easily, not be stressed about it. But she was really just fishing for an invite the whole time. But
Fair.
she don't get it.
Mm-mm.
Um, the neighbor woman, I think is I don't know who's going to this party besides the neighbor woman. But like before the party, they're just out
Oh,
collecting worms and whatnot.
mhm.
Doing some
Yeah,
gardening. They look pretty happy.
they do.
And we find out like she goes downstairs and she's like feeding the Babadook worms.
Yeah.
They've locked the whole
Hmm.
basement up. Daniel's not
Yeah.
allowed down there, but she's like, when you're older, one day you'll get to see it. So like the
Hmm.
Babadook is there to stay. And
Hmm.
that is the end
It's the pet.
of the movie.
Babadook. Um, so
Dare I say it, this one
before
is
we
probably I feel like this one's the easiest to or like the best to analyze.
oh yeah, yeah. This is like I said last week, it's a psychologically rich film. Um, so before we get into it, I do want to revisit a couple things.
Hmm.
One, at the girl's birthday party,
Yeah.
when we're with the hoity-toity friends. No, I'm so sorry. I lied. At the beginning, when they're at the grocery store and Sam is
Oh yeah,
like,
he's talking about
"My
his
dad
dad.
lives in the
Yes.
cemetery." Um, the other kid's mom, the way she reacted was to tell Sam, "Your mom is very lucky to have you, then, isn't she?" And the mom just stares into the distance, and she was like,
She was tired.
"It was
She
funny.
did
It
a
was
lot of
funny."
staring in the distance in this.
She did, but it's just funny to imagine seeing that when if you say that to someone trying to be like kind of nice, and then the mom just is like,
It is funny. Her character in Alien Earth is also like her role is like maternal.
yes.
Especially because that whole show is essentially just about a bunch of dying children put inside of the bodies of robots. Like that's essentially most.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yes. But
Never mind, I
if
don't
they
want to see
were
it.
on an island,
Okay. Oh,
there was a crime.
okay.
But
Oh,
yes, but also once again a very like maternal character. I really hope in season 2 they reveal why she's maternal to a bunch of robot kids. I think because she probably lost a kid. That's my theory.
okay. Okay. Maybe it can be a bonus episode or something. Um, yeah, one of my notes is when it went down into the basement and then mom just closed the door and kept it moving. I wrote down, how did I forget that they just kept it in the basement?
How'd you figure that out? That's like to me, I'm like,
I forgot.
that's what really
um,
nails home
so
the meaning of this movie.
I know, but I just like forgot. So before I get into my part, I do have a little question for you that I'm interested in from a teacher perspective.
Yes.
So towards the beginning, when mom gets called to the school because Sam has brought a weapon, one of the specific lines that is said is his teacher is like, when mom is saying he's already isolated enough and he can't be doing the one-on-one thing, he needs to be part of the full class. The teacher says something like, I have to think about the other 21 students. I can't just like prioritize one.
Yeah.
Interested on your take as a teacher, because I feel like that is like a common thing you would run into.
No, it is. And it's I obviously don't know what he looks like he is in class, but like
Right.
if he
Just like in general.
in general, I think the kid should have gone 1-to-1. And especially in like first grade, like he need not. It's hard because I don't teach elementary, so I don't know what to expect from elementary and how disruptive they
Mhm.
would expect him to be. But he's bringing weapons to school, like homemade
Right.
weapons. And to
That's
me, that's a
intense.
big issue.
Yeah.
I know I think I've mentioned in the past, like some arguments with parents because like it is the belief of like the school that sometimes like general education's not always the best choice, but you
Yeah.
know,
I guess more specifically, um, do you run into maybe not a lot, but like, is it kind of common practice to be like, okay, well, I have to make a choice that'll benefit 21 kids, but
yes.
not benefit one?
Not that it
And
won't
like
benefit
the weight
one.
that carries.
Not that it won't benefit one. There is definitely times where I just know there is a student who I've done all I can for, but like, because some students will only do an assignment if you sit down with them and you basically make them do the assignment alongside you.
Yeah,
And
that's not
like,
fair.
I do what I can where I do small groups a lot of the time, which is where you have like 5 kids you work with. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like the one like I never make a decision not to help a student.
Mhm.
But sometimes I'm like, I need to go help every other kid first because this kid is not doing their work. If you don't listen to directions, that's
Right.
also a thing. If you don't listen to directions, I'm not going to help you immediately because I explained it. It's on the board.
Yeah.
It's also on the board.
Right. Figure it out a little
Hmm.
bit.
They need to try their
Yeah, I
work
don't want to
first. They
coddle.
need to try their doing the work first. 'Cause I also have a lot who the second I explain directions, they tell me, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And I'm like,
It's on board.
oh, like, or I need help. I would say, did you try yet? Yes. Did you read the passage? No.
Yeah. Okay. So like a coddle thing. Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting because I know a lot of times in my going to school there would be a lot of times where it's like one or two kids
Hmm.
are affecting everyone and it's like really fucking annoying.
That's always the case. You're always going to have
Yeah.
one or two kids who are taking up a lot of the energy.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Another quick thing before we get into analysis to discuss is I don't know if you noticed the color grading in this movie and how it changes.
I noticed it was brighter at the ending.
Yeah,
It got like,
it
it
was.
was very gray throughout.
So it was very great throughout, but there's one very specific scene, and it is at the park with Claire and Amelia
Yeah, in the
when
beginning when he's on the swing set.
yeah, so it's like there's some color, but it's kind of washed out. But then when the camera is focused on Claire, it's very, very gray. Like there's not a lot of color at all. And then when it switches back to Amelia, there's a little more color.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I think there's two ways you could look at that. I think one way is when we're looking at Claire, we're kind of looking at Amelia's perspective,
Yeah.
like from her perspective. And since she's obviously dealing with depression, everything's like really washed out. And there's not a lot of color. Whereas Claire seemingly has her own stuff going on, but she's not quite as bad, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay, the other way you can look at it potentially is Amelia ends up being the like I would say better person of the two.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a little bit more color when we're looking at her as opposed to Claire who ends up being just like a bitch.
We hate Claire.
And then there's like less color when we look at her. But that brings us to the big kahunas of this movie. And obviously this movie is discussing undealt with grief and kind of untreated mental illness, namely depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
So it also really dabbles with like what happens with lack of sleep, which goes hand in hand with all of those things. So obviously when you're like really grieving something or when you have depression or anxiety, sleep is just it's not really a consistent thing and it's very cyclical and it makes everything worse.
Hmm.
And also when you are sleep deprived, you hallucinate. And you pointed out a few things where it's like, is Sam doing it? Is it not real?
Hmm.
Are we hallucinating from sleep deprivation? Are we hallucinating from mental illness? Like what's going on? So it plays with that a lot. And also all of these things make you not yourself. And we see the mom losing herself the deeper she gets into it. And it like really taking over her. And then you bring in the whole metaphor of the Babadook being kept in the basement is the family kind of learning that you don't push grief and mental illness, depression, anxiety away. You don't push them down and down and down and down. You have to allocate space.
Yes, and it seems like
to them.
to live with that grief.
Yeah, you have to learn to live with it. And it's very interesting because I think this is a good way of visually and conceptually facing and discussing how you can't ignore these things and push them down, but you also can't let them take over. Like there is a very fine line of acknowledging it and accepting it and not letting it
Consume you.
encompass you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way that the movie is doing this is like the Babadook has its own space, and it is the basement where all of the dead dad's things are. So it has a space that they don't really go to anyway because it's a little bit too painful. And it's the source of where Sam was kind of starting to build all these weapons and act out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the source of all these bad things. And instead of trying to ignore it and not talk about it and not let Sam have his own grief about never meeting his dad and never having a dad,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of nurture it by feeding it. And I would take that as like, we've talked about this before. When shit's happening, you got to give yourself time and space to like mope. You have to wallow a little bit.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I love to wallow.
So, yeah, it's like feeding it the worms. It's kind of like let yourself wallow, let yourself have it, acknowledge it, make the space, and then put it away. We're done with it now.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's there.
Yeah, I think it was like the first, because like you said, throughout it, she was not talking about her husband. She was like making a point not to, but then like now she is. We're taking care of it, but it's, and also like Samuel was like, "Can I get to see it?" And she's like, "When you're older." So it's like,
yeah,
like these are things that we will process eventually. Right now, she was taking on the burden and responsibility of it.
Yeah, and that's probably a good representation of presenting these things to kids in a kid-friendly way. Like, now we can talk about it. Now I can sit here and say to these strangers, yes, it's the first time we're celebrating his birthday on the day because his dad died when he was born. So now the kid can like hear it and begin to not internalize it, but almost normalize it.
Yeah.
And make it less taboo, but he's not ready to like see it yet. So I feel like that's a cute little way of communicating it to kids. And of course, the Babadook, it slowly gains power. So it's like he comes in when we're ignoring all of our feelings and things we have going on. That's when he kind of enters the chat. And the kid is like, well, I want to read the book, you know, and mom's like, no, let's not do it. Let's not acknowledge it. She's pushing it away again. But basically she had to kind of let the Babadook in. And then he was in too much. He was taking over too much. And then she just said, no, like, sit down.
Yeah, had to find.
That's enough. And that's that representation of like, you got to let the grief come in and wash over you. Have your thing. And we're done with that. And I will come back to you when I need to. But for now, we're good. We're done. Moving on. And throughout, I like his little costume. I like that he's just kind of creepy. He's kind of depressing looking. He's giving Great Depression. He's giving Jack the Ripper, kind of like Victorian spooky vibe. And I like how he just like slowly starts showing up, because that is also how a mental health crisis, it doesn't just all come at one time, you know, it slowly starts creeping in until it's taking over. So I think this movie is like a really good representation of dealing with grief and specifically depression.
Yeah.
Visually, I think it's like really easy to get it and understand it. Also, furthering the psychology standpoint, as we alluded to earlier, Ben, you were very pro Sam.
I love Sam. I thought he was so cute. Especially this most recent rewatch, I was like, he's so sweet.
I think this movie also plays in a very interesting space where they have like a cute kid and he obviously is coming from a good place. And like I said, there's a very clear line of how we got to where we are behaviorally and emotionally. But this kid actor,
the kid is phenomenal.
He does an amazing job of getting across how overwhelming motherhood is.
I just like every time like he got like the mom would say something that he like would yell at him, and his reaction was so good.
So this is just like a cute side thing. to get him to make those kind of reactions, they were saying silly stuff to him like, I'm going to throw your Legos in a river.
How old was the actor? He was in Six, was he?
I don't know. He's little.
He's tiny.
But like, I like that instead of relying on the actual mother character to convey how overwhelming motherhood is, they had the kid like show you.
Oh yeah.
It was in your face. It was in your ears. Really, that was really where it was for me
It was the
personally.
non-stop talking, and then like whenever she wouldn't respond immediately,
Screaming.
asking again and again and again, saying the same things.
It was the screaming for me. All of his screaming and crying was so
To me,
overstimulating
the part where I was
to
like
me.
actually so overstimulated was the when she was getting him ready for school, and he was like my hands, mom, and she's like trying to tie his shoes, and look at my hands, doesn't work, look at my hands, look at my hands, look at my hands, and he does a
Mm.
mediocre trick.
So another thing I really like about this movie, and I saw some discourse around this, is that it societally, culturally, a lot of people downplay and overlook the stressfulness of motherhood and equate it to it's not that hard. You're a woman. It's like in your DNA, whatever. It shouldn't be difficult. And having my eyebrow is twitching. Having this display of overstimulation and overwhelm come from the viewer having to hear and see the child nonstop act like this and sound like this in your ear instead of just showing the mother being overwhelmed, I think forces empathy and forces understanding because you are actively experiencing it. Even though it's just like a movie and it's for an hour and a half, you're getting a tiny taste, you know?
Yeah.
And I do think that holds a bit of power because a lot of, men just downplay it and are like, it's not even that bad, but they wouldn't be able to stand this fucking kid in this movie. You know what I mean?
In real life, probably would be really annoying, but as a movie, I like Samuel. Like, oh, this little
Well,
single boy trauma.
but also you actively sought out a field where you deal with children. Like, these are not things that are quite as like
Yeah, they pissed me
nails on a
off.
chalkboard to you. But like, you watch this and
I
you're
think
like, okay,
because I'm
cute.
trained, I have to try to find the little glowy moments to make me go, this kid's not the worst. So I'm doing that
And then
here.
like watching this was just like a really aggressive reminder to me of one of the many reasons I'm very like about having kids. And that is mind, body, and soul. I know if
You would,
my kid had behavioral issues like this for whatever reason,
I think that you're wrong on that.
I don't.
I think you would get through. I think
I'd get through it, but I don't think I'd be very good
no,
at
because
it.
I'm just like
It would
I'm
come out
thinking like
traumatized.
as my students, whenever they do anything, I'm like if there was a kid who's like doing magic tricks, I think I would be like, oh my God, that's so cool. Especially if it's like a kid who you watch grow up. Not even just like it's a your kid
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like this is a person who you've watched grow. And they're going, look at this cool thing I done for you. Like I think I'd be like, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. And they're like, I'll protect you if you protect me. You're gonna be like heartbroken by that. That's so sweet.
Oh, yeah, no, like those kind of things. Yes. I mean, like when the kid's screaming and kicking the seat, I'm not gentle parenting. I'm turning around. I
No,
know I'm going to lose it.
you will get upset, but I think that you would not be as upset as you feel like you would be.
I don't know. I just know that right now I have a cat that sounds like a baby. And when he gets on my nerves, I dead ass have to leave sometimes because I'm like, I cannot be around you. I can't be here with you right now.
Oh.
Maybe it changes when you don't have the option.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know that I feel like patience is a virtue and I don't have it. So Ben, I do think yeah. What are your thoughts on this being like a depression and mental health?
I fully agree.
Because I stand it.
I think it's like so explicitly it's about dealing with grief and trauma and how you can't just ignore those kind of things because obviously it's going to manifest negatively because that's what she was doing for most of the first half of the movie, which is like, I'm not going to bring this up. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. the basement's locked because that's where the dad's stuff is. We don't want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And like even before that, like the sense that she's been in this kind of like dead space since her husband died, where
Yeah.
like she didn't really
Kind of
seem to
limbo.
engage with anything. And that's why I
Mm-hmm.
think even the sister's like, your house is too depressing, and she's like, I don't bring him up for a reason. Her not bringing him up is making it harder for her to engage and not act like a dead body in her own home.
Yeah. Oh, that was poetic.
Thank you. I know I'm pretty deep.
That was poetic. That was
And it's
poetic.
like that's what
You.
this is. Like sheer learning, and then even like you can't get rid of the Babadook. You can't get rid of grief. You will
Mm-hmm.
always feel it. You'll always have it there. But the best thing you do is like address it, recognize it, um, but keep it where it belongs. It just remind me
Mm-hmm.
her like the last scene of her with the Babadook, like kind of staring it down. Does remind me of like the advice I got from my bad therapist that I went to like one time in college.
Was it the
It
man?
was the man.
Like the man?
It was the man.
Someone else we know went to him and was like,
Oh, he sucked. He sucked. I think I went there because I was like, I'm worried about body issues. And he went, you're eating too much sugar is the problem. Right, right. Got it.
that is so. When we're done recording, remind me too.
Tell you that. Okay. I'm excited. And, but he always was like, anxiety is like, oh, what was the other ridiculous thing he told me? Because he talked about anxiety and I mentioned I have a tic disorder. And I was like, it comes out most when I'm like relaxed. And he went, that's interesting. Your body's like, just like alerting you like when you're relaxed. No, you're not. You're stressed out. I'm like, that's actually not what's happening. It's so clear he had no idea what tic disorders were or like what caused them. This guy sucks.
My headache got worse and my eyebrow twitched while you were saying that.
Because that guy sucks. But he did tell me he's like, you gotta
Yeah.
take anxiety
He's
and like
stupid.
put it in a chair in your head and like kind of yell at it, which I'm like, that is kind of like to a degree true where you can't let anxiety control your life. It has its purposes,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't let it control you. To tell it and like have control over it, it doesn't control you. I'm like, that's not bad advice. That was the one not bad thing he said.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's what happened here, where she had the grief, she recognized the Babadook, but she screamed at it. It was like it will not have control. It made it smaller and put it in its place.
Yeah. And like, I thought of a bunch of things while you were talking. One thing, speaking of, this podcast is a funny podcast. It's a horror podcast, but I think it is a mental health first podcast
Oh,
in how we discuss a lot of things.
I'm anti-mental health.
You're anti-mental health. Sure. And so while we are talking about this movie, I will also go ahead and share some tools that have really helped in my therapy journey that I have received from my wonderful therapist that I would plug if I could, because I love her, but I can't.
Plugging your therapist is crazy.
I would plug my I love that bitch. Two tools she gave me that really helped. One, they're both kind of like visualization, because I'm a visual bitch. Exercises, and one is thinking about anxiety like a beach ball when you're in the water. And you put it in front of you and you're like, okay, there it is. And I have it and I'm looking at it and I'm acknowledging it and then I'm letting it go and it's floating away. And that one, love it. Don't know why, works great for me. The other one that like when dealing, that was more of like a social anxiety exercise, but then dealing with like anxiety that I got from the circumstances in which I grew up and the person in my life who caused a lot of those problems. When really dealing and confronting that, there was a big focus on like, you can't push it down and you can't try to get rid of it, because that was my thing for a long time, was like, I don't want it here. I want it to go away. And it doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to work on just being able to be like, well, it is what it is. And that's fine. What do we do about it? And this was such a fun little exercise for me. So my therapist had me think of like a box and describe it to me in detail. And this is the box where you're going to take all your little bad things, all the things you don't like that come up when we are therapizing. And at the end of our session, we're going to take a minute and you're going to think about your box and you're going to think about opening it up and you're going to take all this shit, put it in the box, close it and lock it up and put it away until next. That you have to pull it out. And that did wonders.
Did it really?
Yes. So very complicated. We were doing like it's a very specific technique where you have something going across like this and you follow it with your eyes while you're talking about like very intense things because your brain is so focused on doing this. You can like talk about it without it emotionally tearing you up.
Yes.
But it's still calming up even though you're not focused on it. So to prevent like a meltdown after this, you like suck it up, put it in the box, put it away. My box was like kind of like the Teletubbies vacuum that had the hose that like.
That's what you imagined?
That was my box. Yeah. So I could just like. So if you are struggling with like any kind of grief, anxiety, depression, mental health thing, and you're trying to figure out how to face it and accept it without like shoving it away, maybe these tools will help you. I don't know. They helped us.
Not me.
Maybe. Well, you had your one tool that you said that guy gave you.
That was one thing that made sense to me, but also I don't think I ever used it.
Okay, fine. Well, don't use that one then.
I mean, you probably could. It made sense, but...
And then another thing. This movie, I think... Some movies try to tackle too many big things, and then it's a hot mess.
This one kept it very simple, very straightforward.
Well, yes, but it still manages to, like, accurately represent multiple things. So another thing that it's hitting is, I was going to say child abuse specifically, but I don't think it's limited to that. But we have this parent who is like being destructive and abusive. And then after they come out of it, they come back, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And it's a repeat behavior.
Yeah.
Which is also accurate. A lot of the times abusers will go into like a fit, a tizzy, if you will. And then when they come out of their little haze, they bring you back with the I'm so sorry, and love bombing. And it is, that's insane.
What, I can baby hold her?
Yeah, that's so cute. How precious.
She's so sweet.
For Sam to be freshly 7 years old and recognize what is going on and that his mom is not his mom and not being herself, and that like that whiplash behavior isn't really like fucking with him that bad is absurd. He's a smart kid.
He's so smart.
He's a smart kid. So I think they also do a good job of like kind of showing how that behavior, her face, her little foot, how that behavior looks in action. You dig? I
dig. So you look at me, I was like, that's me to say, yeah, I agree.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good, you got shit you got to deal with and you don't really know how. I think it's a good, like, easily
digestible,
understandable, movie to kind of guide. Not saying use this movie as like psychological advice, but if you
conveys its message.
Don't know how to face your fears, it's a good like visual representation. Not face your fears, that sounded insane. But your problems. How to like not give them power over you, pretty much. And it's by locking it in a basement and feeding it worms.
You should feed it worms.
Feed it worms. That will
solve
your issues. If
you're sick, mentally ill, go get worms.
Go get worms. Feed it to your issues. And with that, Ben, I have a little closing. No, that's later. Review time.
Review time.
Is what I meant to say. Ben, what do you give it?
That's a good question. I don't, honestly, because here's the thing. I feel like I'm so inconsistent with my reviews. I'm so inconsistent. Where I want to say like a 7 or 6.
I'm not mad at that. Which one do you want? 6.5? You can do a
This was
6.5 if you want.
6.5 because I
6.5.
do
Okay.
enjoy it. I think there's a lot that does not need to happen. This movie could have been way shorter. I also think
It's not a long
it's
movie.
90 minutes, but it could have been shorter. But I think that its message is pretty surface level. Like the
Oh,
metaphor, I like the metaphor, but it's also like surface level-y kind of analysis.
okay.
So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is very interesting because my rating is also a 7. However, I I really like this movie and how it tackles everything. I like the Babadook's design. The acting is
What's more?
fantastic. The mom's body control, how you can see when she's switching. Um, Acting is great across the board. Production value is mostly good. The special effects are not.
Yeah, there's not that
That
many.
don't no, but like specifically every time she's falling into bed, it's not
Oh
good.
my God, they do like
It's really funny.
it's so funny. Well, 'cause I can tell like you guys had a like hoverboard or something.
Yeah. And like a green screen on the ground.
And no, I genuinely I think it was they had an upright bed and they may have green screened the rest of the wall
Uh,
and they had her just hover into it because I there's no way it's not the exact same tool they used to make the Babadook float forward whenever he's floating forward. I think they're
oh,
doing the
that's
exact
funny.
same thing trick.
I Yeah, it's funny. So I mostly have positive things to say. I like the messages it's tackling. I like how it tackles them. It's pretty psychologically solid. Easy to digest the message. And the only reason it's knocked down for me is that it's not a boring movie, but it's not like a multi-watch movie, you
No,
know?
it's
It's interesting in what it's doing, but it's not like riveting throughout,
no,
you
I
know?
agree. It's a lot of slow,
It's a slow burn.
still shots. We're just like, okay, we
Yeah.
get it. Especially on a rewatch, I get it.
So that's where it loses points for me. But overall, I do really like the movie and I recommend it if you are like just getting into your horror journey, especially with like looking into what the horror movies are about. Really, I do think it's a solid starting place
Yeah.
because this is one where I was like, horror movies are talking about something for the first time.
What?
Well, so my journey with horror is I didn't really get into it until like college. Like I was a scaredy cat for a long time.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, this is I guess maybe like late high school is when it started. Um, so this is one of the first ones I watched where 2014 is not like whatever. High school.
That's
I was finally
2014.
starting. Yeah,
I
2014.
thought it came out when I was in college. I forgot you said that earlier.
No. To so I hadn't watched it since college. But this is one of the first horror movies where I was like, oh, they're like talking about something. And I was not in a good place when I watched this movie. So it
Oh, really hit you.
yeah. No, I still lived at home when I watched this. So and Ben, that brings me to voices from the void.
You gotta learn how to do the effect on it.
But it's kind of fun to see what I do every time. I kind of like to hear how it comes
Learn
out.
to add reverb.
I know how to add reverb. I know how to do that much, okay? I have 3 for you this week because one of them is just a silly one that I wanted to put in here
Okay.
because it's in regards to my favorite fact
And I've
about
been
this
careful
movie.
because usually I have the script up while you're talking, and sometimes I do see them early. This time I made a point not to. So I have actually no idea what they're
Ooh,
gonna be.
okay.
That's a lie.
Well,
I
our first
listened to the
one.
first one. So to the first one.
Oh, well, it's this one, of course, I had to put in here. This one is from Mia Bat Emoji
Oh,
from Letterboxd, who did not rate it. They just liked the movie. And they said the B in LGBT plus stands for Babadook. No printer, just facts.
Mm.
And you know I love that he's a gay icon. I think it's so funny. So
Do you know about Babadook at Pride?
maybe it feels kind of
Well,
familiar. Did somebody like dress up?
my girlfriend was at Pride, and
I don't know
you
this
don't know
story.
it.
No, I know like
She was
people dress up
she
as
was
him for
getting she was
Pride.
getting a little lightheaded, and she
Oh,
saw someone dressed as
stop it.
the Babadook do a death drop, and then she fainted. So gay Babadook almost killed her.
No. Wait, is that one of her favorite things that's ever happened?
I only told her her favorites because she had to go to the hospital, but because she
Oh, we went
fainted.
down.
Yeah, she fully went down
Oh no. What a thing to see before you go
because
down.
because of death drop Babadook.
That's crazy. What if did she think she died and that was like the last thing she ever
Can you
saw?
imagine?
That is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I'm not sure. Our next review is from Pavel _ Boldenov on Letterboxd, who gave it a 3.5 stars. And they said, when I say I like poetry, I mean this film, because what isn't more poetic than saying depression is a gay man in a top hat?
That's better.
Cue death drop.
Cute death drop.
Lastly, we have Scost on Letterboxd, who gave it a 3.5 stars. And they said this movie creates an encompassing atmosphere of stress and anxiety that crystallizes into an intense terror of yourself, reminiscent of a constant anxiety around children and animals, of a low moment of control and the fear of doing harm. Wonderful framing and use of color creates an encompassing atmosphere. Loses a bit of its hard-fought tension in the third act due to some heavy-handed acting in the mother's rampage, but it brings it back for a complex and thoughtful finale. I mostly agree with that
I will
review.
mostly agree with that.
I think
I disagree with the
they gave it a little
finale.
more like artsy credit than I would.
Yes,
But
I think the finale part I disagree with.
you don't like the
Well,
the finale was like a little bit cheesy.
yes, but
Well,
also
I
the
mean
way
like the very
something
ending
like they hit it
scene.
home. I thought was fine.
Yeah. It did kind of tickle me that like the big climax was her being like, no.
Ah!
But also, that's just kind of what it is. You know what? That's a very poignant observation because I think a lot of times, I'm on a soapbox, I think when we are dealing with things as people, sometimes maybe, speaking from my own experience, sometimes it kind of feels like we haven't beat the demon in the closet unless there's like this big climatic thing. And it's just not that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it is. It's just like suddenly you're not constantly thinking about it. Suddenly you can think about other things and you feel kind of at peace most of the time. It's not a big climatic thing. And maybe that's the point. But maybe I'm giving it too much credit. But Ben,
that's me.
It's time to learn what we're talking about
Oh
next.
man, okay, wait. Remind me of our
All
poll.
these zooms while I was saying that. That was crazy.
What was our poll?
So our poll,
Child's Play was mine.
Child's Play, The Witch, because Anya Taylor-Joy, and then Nightmare on Elm Street.
I think Nightmare won.
So I think this poll has had the most votes we've ever had. And it was like really, everybody was winning at some point.
Okay.
Everybody was winning at some point.
I think it's Nightmare.
It's our girl.
The Witch.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You're mad about Anya Taylor-Joy?
I like the movie. I like it.
You're mad you're going to see Anya Taylor-Joy's little butt on the screen?
I think I was excited to watch. I like Nightmare a lot.
It'll come up one day. We'll force it one day if we have
That's
to.
fine. I think this is the one where I was like, I'm happy with anything. I'm good with anything.
It's a good week. We can't go wrong
I
here.
think The Witch is just, it's good. It is also work to watch. It is a AP lit book, basically, is how I feel like I watch it. So
it's I think I've seen it one time, so I'm excited to watch it again, but it
Olive,
is very like, if you don't know what's happening when you go into it, you are like,
Olive. It's oh, shoot. Who's the guy? Robert Eggers, something Eggers. All of his work feels like that.
oh, what are some other things he said?
You watched The Lighthouse with us.
I did, but I didn't. I
The
was
Lighthouse
there.
is the one I'm like. He also
Okay, fair.
did
No,
the
it's fair.
Nosferatu.
See, I like that one.
Not gonna lie, never watched it.
We'll put it on a poll one week. Okay, and that means it's time for poll pitches, bitches.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'm okay, so I was considering committing to Alien, but I actually really want to do
Ooh,
When Evil Lurks.
okay,
Which, if you are not familiar, When Evil Lurks, I believe, is a Spanish film.
okay. I
And
haven't seen it, but I've heard so much about it.
I really like it. It's so good. It's so graphic, where the whole
Okay.
concept is it's like a world where it seems like demons are known to exist. Like everyone's like, yep, there are
Ooh.
demons. And then
Okay, I'm looking up the movie poster so I
they
can
like
remind myself
infect
what
the
it is.
land kind of. And you have to do a specific way to kill them, otherwise they're going to like infect and spread. And there's specific rules and stuff you have to follow.
Ooh.
And essentially
Okay.
my argument for it is whenever you feel like you've seen enough cannibalism, there's always more cannibalism.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. And we are in a cannibalism like era in horror right now.
It's just like when you're watching, you go, oh my God, that's a lot of cannibalism. And they go, here's a little bit more for you. Nonstop.
Mhm.
It's so
Mhm.
good. It's so creepy. Oh my God, it's so good.
Do you want to know something?
What?
You know how horror like kind of like vibe, no vibes. I don't want to say tropes either, but we'll say tropes. Tropes come in waves.
Yeah.
So we had like the zombie, we had the
hmm
vampires, and they kind of like repeat. What do you think capitalism is like associated with?
Cannibalism.
Well, there we. I guess I gave that one
Yeah,
away.
it felt like an easy answer once I was like, I talk about cannibalism. You're like, guess what capitalism is?
That's so funny. Whoopsies. Specifically, more like downturn in economy because it's people eating people. So it's like who's more important than others?
hmm
Who gets to like survive? Who gets to benefit? And who's sacrificed to do that?
And
So
this one, I think it's mostly just because of like how horrific it is.
okay,
Because I
we'll
think it is going
see.
to be as like we guess it wants to be as like gory and graphic as possible. And what's
Okay,
more horrific than cannibalism? And again, a lot of it, a lot, so much of it.
okay. I feel like maybe I want that one to win. I don't know. But my pitch and Ben has made me nervous about this because I only know a tiny bit about this movie that I got from a TikTok that was recommending lots of movies in one TikTok. So it's shallower than surface level
hmm
of what I know.
hmm
And my I'm so
I
scared.
want to hear
My
your reasoning. I want to hear your reasoning for why you would pick
Okay,
this.
so my pitch is the movie called The Exam. And I think it's my pitch, but Ben is really freaking me out. The reason I have put it on here is because my understanding, what I have
Uh-huh.
received from this TikTok,
Yes.
is that it has to do with like capitalism and corporate. I don't know if it's corporate America, but like corporate politics in the sense of like I know it's a bunch of workers are put in like a
hmm
room and they kind of have to like kind of I'm guessing it's like Saw vibes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have a lot of beef with capitalism and
Uh-huh.
corporate
hmm
America,
hmm
and I'm really passionate about it. So I want to be fired up. And that's why I have maybe pitched this, but Ben's freaking me out.
I I want yours to win because I think I
I'm
watched
scared.
I watched that movie already. I've seen it because it's so low budget. I was scrolling
Oh,
through
okay.
Tubi one day
Okay.
And I was like, I think especially at that time, I was going through a period where I was just watching like escape room horror movies, which are never good. They're
Okay.
never good.
Okay,
And
so it's okay.
who's in
Well, wait. I mean, Saw's kind of like an escape room, right?
Cheyenne? Do not go in if that gets picked. Do not go in expecting Saw because this movie is not Saw.
I can't. I haven't seen Saw. They intimidate me.
There, this movie's not Saw. Is all I can say
Okay.
without
But like
talking about
when
the
I
whole
say
movie.
it's like the vibe, because from my understanding, it's like they have to keep doing things and it gets like
It's not that they
worse and worse.
keep doing things. There's a specific thing they have to do. There's
Oh,
one thing they have to do, and they're trying to. It's like they're essentially a bunch of workers. I'm gonna picture a movie for you. A bunch of
okay.
employees in
Yeah.
order to get like the super cushy corporate job. It's like
Yeah.
the best corporate job.
Yeah.
They have to take this exam.
Okay.
And in the exam, the paper is essentially blank. And they're told that they cannot tamper or damage the paper. Otherwise, they get like they're out of the running. So the whole thing was them trying to solve the puzzle of this paper while they're like all like there's a high stakes job on the line. And like that's the
Me losing my own pitch as we go through.
and like that's the movie. That's the movie. There is one who's in it. It's
That's not what I thought it was about. I thought it was like,
no, and
who's willing to go the furthest vibes.
no, who's in it that's like oh, Gemma Chan is in it. Gemma Chan is in it. She's not in that movie. I was wondering, I was like, oh, I'm curious about this because like it's got Gemma Chan, he's a big actress. She's out within the first 2 minutes. 2 minutes, she's no longer in the movie.
She did a favor for somebody she knows.
That's what it felt like.
Okay. It's a horror movie though.
Technically, I guess.
Okay.
And you put
So
it on the
that's
poll. I mean, it's too late. It's on
my
the poll. It's too late.
that's mine, I guess. And then Ben, I just decided this would be our
The
staple
staple.
because it feels right. We're coming into the summer months. It's getting hot. It was like over 90 degrees a bunch of days this past week down here for me. I'm feeling the vibes. The
Hmm.
staple is dun 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 Jaws.
It's Jaws.
Little shaky. Fun fact for people. I know we don't usually pitch the staples, but I'm just gonna throw this out there, even though I think I'm rooting for Ben's.
I'm waiting for
I love
yours. I'm
sharks.
waiting for yours.
I love sharks. They terrified the shit out of me. If I ever saw one, if I think about them too hard, my brain kind of like shuts down.
You like you're scared of
Um,
them or you love them.
yes. I am terrified of them. They're fascinating. I'm obsessed with them. I'm terrified of them. I don't want to be near one. I love to see them in the aquarium. Anyways, love sharks. And I have a fun story I can share if Jaws wins. So with that, Ben, it's time for our closing words.
Hmm.
If it's in a word or it's in a book, you can't get rid of the Babadook. A rumbling sound, then 3 sharp knocks. Ba, 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 duck, duck, duck.
Not even say it
That's when
right.
you know that he's around. You'll see him if you look. This is what he wears on top. He's funny, don't you think? See him in your room at night, and you won't sleep a wink. See him. Oh, I'll soon take off my funny disguise. Take heed of what you've read. And once you see what's underneath, you're going to wish you were dead.
Bars. Bars.
You can follow us on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Please do share with a friend, share with a coworker, share with someone. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd at the 9 Lives Horror. That was a lie. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd at the number 9 LHC Pod. Facebook and YouTube at the number 9 Lives Horror Club. And go ahead and join our subreddit if you want to keep the hot takes and analysis flowing over at r/the number 9 Lives Horror Club. Our poll this week, Ben. Is this movie surface level or not?
That's a good point.
Do we like that as the poll?
That's not a bad poll.
Okay, we'll do that as a poll. If you're listening, because we featured your review in a past episode, go ahead and drop a little ghosty in the comment section below. And you will see us next week for The Witch.
Stay
spooky.
spooky.
This one's rough. We should try it again. Okay.
Stay spooky.
And we will see you next time.
I was just reminded of one thing about the exam.
What? We're still recording. I will add it in.
Which I'm so tempted to tell you or not.
Please tell me.
What they do, because they're like, we can't tell each other our real names. So they like, let's speak in code names. The way they pick people's code names, Cheyenne, is based on the immediate features they all have.
Please, God, tell me there's no, like, people of color.
There are.
They use that, don't they? No!
There's white, there's black, there's brown. There's...
That's how they're... That's just white, black, brown. That's their name.
Blondie. There's brunette.
Oh.
Yeah, brunette, blonde, black, deaf.
He can't hear you.
And there's one girl.
Why are you calling him anything?
There's like two brunette women. So the one that was brunette, and the other one they just call dark. It's so... All three women are called by their hair color because they're all white women, except for Gemma Chan. She doesn't get one name because she's not in it very long.
She doesn't live long enough. Okay.
Nope, I didn't say live. She's not in it very long. And then all the men are known by their races, and then there's deaf. You picked that movie.
The TikTok made it sound interesting.
I'm so confused by this TikTok that told you to watch this movie.